when I'm thinking about how I rebuild myself, it's at a slower pace, meaning it's more intricate, intimate to myself, deliberate, and it's going to involve some things that maybe would have went under my radar because now I'm paying more attention. When I'm working on me and I'm weeding out the obvious things that aren't important, things that just aren't aiding me and me being a better me and furthering myself along, and it starts down to get to those smaller things. It's just like cleaning up your home. When you pick up the obvious things that don't belong and you put them where they need to be before you move on to dusting and vacuuming. uh, I don't know why I pronounced that like that. Pronounce that like that before you start vacuuming. uh, you put away the large things, right? It's the same way with you rebuilding yourself. When you start to reorganize and see on some of these things that have sat unnoticed for far too long, and you're able to give them focus to see where they really belong in your circle, if they even belong in your circle at all. If you need to move them further on the outside, it's a slow, methodical process. At least that's the way that I think about it. And one of the reasons that brought this video on, I thought about how I had ample time to focus on these things, people's situations. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? This just doesn't belong. Really didn't have time to take notice of that beforehand, but I have the time now. Doesn't belong. You got to move on. And I actually take pride in doing this because I know that the one that's going to benefit is me. I'm doing this to my benefit. I'm deciding on what aids and aids growth. And I'm totally happy with that. Makes me ecstatic. You should take pride in cleaning up your circle. Take pride in knowing how to move on so you can get to better things. See, some things won't exist in your circle at the same time as other things or people or situations because they already recognize on what they're willing to put up with and tolerate, and they know that for certain things they just won't have it. So if these things are contrary to their ideal way of handling and doing things, and to make this simpler, I'm just going to break it down to a good and a bad. We're just going to say good and a bad thing. There's bad habits that's around other individuals. They might not have it, might not even tolerate it, while you're tolerating it, and then you're missing out on other individuals. You're missing out on growth. Like I said, I'm purposely oversimplifying this so we can get an understanding of what we're talking about, on how some things that you have around you cause you to miss out on better things that may be more ideal for you. I know it works like that with some friends. You have some people who just aren't going to put up with things, nonsense, foolishness that other people do. But maybe you will for whatever reason. Like I said, relationships are, they can be complicated. Sometimes we can make them more complicated than what they need to be and excuse away things that we shouldn't be excusing away and overlooking. Because like I said earlier in this video, things that went on far too long. Like I said, I just wanted to do a slower paced video in talking about this because when you have time, and this is a good thing, when you have idle time set aside because you removed all of the rigmarole, all of the nonsensical things out of your life, you have time to focus on these things. And then that's when having ample amount of time can become a good thing because you can go, okay, I can think now. I'm at peace. What do I want to pursue? What do I need to do? Do I need to take a little break? What's going on? That's my take on it. you can actually sit back and look too to see, hey man, what does it require to stay in this zone that I'm in? I like this piece. I'm not obligated to some foolishness, no matter what your label is. I like this. I can feel me growing. I want to continue to be in this headspace. I want other people who are in this headspace around me. Or if you're not in this headspace, at least not bringing me any drama. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about how I am rebuilding myself with a level of consistency, some permanency, some things that make sense up around me. No, the world doesn't revolve around me, but I can choose on the things that I want to partake in. I can allow some things to go ahead and pass me on by. I don't have to give my reasoning or trying to persuade the things that are in front of me over up to my side. I can simply eat from the buffet or not. That's my take on it. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. Y'all have a good one.